Hey, hi. Hey, how you doing? I'm Marcus Patton, and I draw comics and prints, and generally wherever my artistic whims take me. Um, so yeah, if this is your first time rocking up or first time seeing this or whatever, hi. Thank you for turning up. I guess I should get the cause of action out the way first. If you could click like and subscribe, that would be fucking dandy. I'm trying to reach certain milestones on whichever streaming site you're on. So I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, so I can change the janky URL, and I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers on Twitch, so I can monetize it and maybe justify doing this instead of having to go back to work. Um, Basically, once I hit those milestones, I'll do a live Q&A and stuff, and you can talk to me and chat to me, and we can have I can do this, but with an audience as opposed to just putting it out there and helping you come to it later. Maybe you're there now. I generally don't know. So I'm a comic book artist. I've got four comics out at the moment. You get from my Etsy. I've got Here Comes the Dragon Punch, the mini. This is the first issue plus a couple of the second issue. It's kind of like it's an ash can basically to test how they're printing, how my color process would work once I printed it. Turned out pretty well. I've got two issues of 13 Shots of Whiskey. One's a western, one's a crime noir, and I have a horror one shot I did with this cat. And because the Kickstarter failed, we all became very disillusioned and fucking gave up. I have this book, Not So Fair Fairy Tales, which is an anthology book, which I do a Hansel and Gretel book. That's currently on my site on my Etsy. Normally 45 down to 25, so really good Christmas gifts. I have prints. I have other things up there. My commissions are open, and they're cool. Patreon, Ko-fi, and all that noise. Instagram as well. So yeah. Now we've got that noise out the way, we can talk about things. You and me. Me, the person, you, the camera. So, if you'd watched any of these things, you know I'm in the process of moving. That's why I haven't really been streaming all day, every day like I've intended to. But and I've had to do shifts at work, so I've been pretty busy doing stuff that isn't comics related, which kind of sucks, but such is life. So yeah, so in theory, I should be moving into the new place about on the 20th of this month. Hopefully, the internet and that crap will be sorted out. Before then, and it'll be a case of just setting up the new computer and then basically rolling from there. So in theory, from about the 20th, 21st, so about the 20th, it should be more of a regular, just me, no, not 20th, 21st, me just sitting down here and drawing the fourth issue of Here Comes the Dragon Punch. I'm 10 pages into the I've inked up to 10 pages of it though, so I'm on the way. So yeah, in terms of if you're concerned about the moving process, I'm wear glasses, and I don't know if it's. No, I'm gonna take these off because I don't want it reflecting in the thing. So yeah, that's that. I've yeah. So moving is going along a clip, and once that's done, regular streaming services should be resumed up until about mid December, when I'm actually going to have to go back to work properly to be because it's a busy time working. I need to do the shifts basically. So yeah, but once January rocks up, I should be fully on board with on board. Yeah. Speaking of January, the month that comes after January is February, which is the first confirmed convention I am booked in to do in the year of your Lord 2024. It's up in Manchester on the 24th, which is a Saturday, I believe. Yeah, 24th on Saturday in Manchester. I can't remember what the event is, what the convention is called, but I will have details to that in. I will have details in the doobly-doo linked closer to the time. But to let you know, if you want to see me in person, myself, me, come along to the convention in Manchester on the 24th. Hopefully, I'll be doing a lot more conventions. Hopefully, I'll be able to get into Thought Bubble next year, which would be dope. Intending to be along on the MCM ones as well. Basically, I'm gonna spend a lot of my time just doing conventions next year. That is the plan, to get my face out there. Hopefully, I'll have like the Tankabon of Here Comes the Dragon Punch ready to sell, plus a few other. I see. I'm in two minds whether to basically continue with Here Comes the Dragon Punch as I am, or to basically do a bunch of standalone one-off comics and stuff. So you don't have to be like, I don't know. It'll be something I'll have to. Basically, if the Kickstarter goes well, then I might continue with Here Comes the Dragon Punch. Or if it gets published, or if interest is shown in it, then I will continue with it. If no interest is shown with it, then I shan't. Pretty much. Better to have, but at least I'll have a Tankabon saying like, look, so I can prove that I can do the work. And speaking of the work, and Here Comes the Dragon Punch, the fifth chapter of issue 3 is up on Webtoons and ArtStation, and I really should be posting it to Substack, but I'm just not. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I like the idea of having a newsletter, but like just sitting down and typing it is tedious, and I don't mind doing it. So that's why I'm doing this, so I don't have to do this. I don't have to do the newsletter. Yeah. If you want full issues plus behind the scenes shenanigans, by the way, up on my Patreon, you can find all my all the issues plus behind the scenes stuff of Here Comes the Dragon Punch. That's how I was planning on releasing it. So yeah, that'll be the next. I've got a couple of ideas for what to do after the 4th issue. I don't know if I've got a couple of ideas for kind of like short little like 8 to 10 pages and stuff that I can basically draw some fighting in, do some character work, and then decide if they are going to specifically to like a bigger, longer arc. Which again, if it's turns about pivoting and turning around and doing it, I'm not sure I should, because I like the first 4 issues because like they're kind of standalone, but like, apart from the third and second issues, which are kind of they are a double story and stuff. But like it might be an idea just to go back to the original idea of having like kind of like short like comics split into 2. So there's 2 stories in each comic. That might be what I do next. Basically, I get overexcited and run away with myself. Yeah, so that's. I will be releasing. I've designed some T-shirts and stuff to go with Here Comes a Dragon Punch, which I will be doing pretty soon. So, yeah, I mean, so hopefully they'll. Yes, I mean, obviously with the move and everything, it might be more easier for me to design some T-shirts than to draw an entire comic, but why not? Yeah. So one thing you'll have seen me. Oh no, not that image. One thing you'll see. Oh yeah, here's a 10th page of Here Comes the Dragon Punch. Quite happy with how this one turned out as well, considering the issues I was having with the pages 8 and 9 just being like not quite working out. Like the way this one's turned out, I'm pretty happy with, and like the flow of action of like kind of going from the punch to August grabbing Ruben's arm and throwing him, like, so taking away all his momentum and throwing it back her way, and then I like this pose of just like her looking down, kind of similar to what in the exact same pose basically as Rosie, you know. I like that idea. The symmetry, it flows like water. Yeah, quite happy how this page turned out. But one thing you'll have probably seen me work on is this piece, which is my intent. Basically, I'm trying to juggle many things, and one of the things that sells relatively well on my website is the Tharak Warhammer print that I did, and kind of got to go where the got to go not where the money is because that's Craven, but go where the people are because that's where they are. No point in fucking around in places where no one is, And so it would appear that the whole people seem to dig the Warhammer vibe. So that is what I'm working on at the moment. Well, that's easier. So, so the intention was to have this print of this Space Marine trudging through the blood and the mud be finished by, well, essentially today, and I can then post it as a print to sell today, or at least get the up on Patreon so you can see what I've done and like break down the whys and the hows and the whos and what I've done. But there's just something about this image, and I'm pretty certain it's the giant leg at the back that is just I yeah, and it's getting the values right and directing the eye, and it's just because obviously I want the main focal point to be the Space Marine trudging through the the blood and the mud and everything, and it as a black and white image, I'll show you, it works all right. So without color, obviously because he's the contrast, so I just and I just was like, I was working on it. I've got I'm like 95% of the way there. I just need to get the other 5%, and it take a couple of tweaks, and I just need to figure it out in the old brain pan and everything. And I think what I need to do is I need to either get rid of this giant fuck off leg. Actually, I don't. I know that might work. Getting rid of the giant leg, or shrinking it down. Basically, just applying some proper atmospheric perspective to it, because I think maybe it's too big or something like that, or it's not far enough back in the distance, and shit isn't receiving further into the background as it should do, and I just need to work that out because basically, your man, the Space Marine, I think he looks pretty fucking dope. He's battle worn and stuff, and he's trudging through the mud, which is what I was after. You got fallen Space Marines and tyrants all over the place. 2 seconds, my phone's ringing. Actually, I'm going to take this phone call real quick. So, bear with me. In that case, I'll call you back in about 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. Cool. Sweet. Love you. Bye bye. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, well, that's basically to. So yeah, my plan is hopefully to get this sorted out pretty soon. Like say 95% of the way there, and once that's done, it'll go up on the old Patreon with the breakdowns and the reasons for why I've done what I've done and how I've done it, and all that noise. And then it'll be for sale as a print. All things being equal, on next Friday, maybe. I mean, in theory. And then from there, I might do a Usagi Jimbo print because that also does quite well. And again, it's just kind of pivoting to what does well and what people care to look at and stuff. Because I don't want to be like drawing stuff that you don't fucking want me to sell prints of and stuff. That would be bloody pointless, So I might. I've also got a whole bunch of. Yeah. So that is what I'm doing with this. By the way, in terms of like, if you were, I like what he's doing, commission me. This would be a full blown piece, and this has taken me quite a long time to do. So like, this, if you wanted me to draw you something like this, you'd have to be like, you'd have to describe the scene to me, and then I would be like, yeah, no, I can do that. We'd go from there. It would be, it wouldn't be massively expensive, but it wouldn't be like a standard like kind of like, say like for example, if you wanted me to draw a headshot, that's about 45 quid for basic and stuff, and that is essentially like that would just be a headshot, So like example would be. Which one do I actually like? Yeah, so something like this would be about 45 quid because it's a headshot and everything. And then we go from there. But like, because it's confined to a region in the body, and it's simple for me to go like, this is how long it will take me and shit. Whereas like say something like the Warhammer piece, that's a piece of art and everything. Well, they're all pieces of art, but that's a scene and stuff. So that requires more work essentially. So that would be just to let you know for when you do intend to contact me for and commission me and stuff. I really like how this one turned out. This is sort of one of the inspirations for the Zodiac prints because my sister really likes how I do this sort of thing as well, and so yeah, the Zodiac prints are up on Etsy as well. And you get free stickers with them. I probably should put the stickers up there on. I haven't put the stickers up on. Weird. So yeah. So yeah, that's me basically. I've been rewatching the Spawn animated show, and it's now once you've spent enough time like researching how to create stuff, it's really interesting to see how like when you see how the sausage is made, like where the cuts were taken and stuff, and like and it's a very beautiful very positive critique sandwich. So it looks very pretty. There's no doubt about that. And Keith David does a hell of a job. But like Spawn doesn't do anything. I haven't watched this show for a better part of 20 years and everything. And I knew the first series was a bit on the more of a cheap cartoon Saturday morning kind of vibe like you get with Batman the animated show, or X-Men, which is my heart and soul. But I thought the second season got better when they went along to a Japanese company, but Yeah, I was watching the second episode, and I think the way I watched it when I was a lad, I got random. I think I got the 12 rating. You know, when they edited out all the gratuitousness and released a like an hour 12 rating VHS back in the days of VHS, and then you had like the 18 2 episode on VHS, and I don't know why this felt, but like I got the I didn't get the first episode. I mean, I didn't get the first episodes. I got like maybe the second VHSs in the series and stuff, and I so I don't think I've ever actually properly watched the first 2 episodes of the second series. I mean, I must have done because it was on TV, but I don't. So I've definitely watched the second series, the second 2 episodes of the second series, and I remember them being really, really good. And I had and so I'm on the second series, second episode, and it's so fucking dark. This case, like you can't see anything, and Al Simmons doesn't do anything. And I'm like, what? This is boring, and it's like, but then I thought that about, and then that seems to be my main critique of of this show that's over like 20 years old, is the fact that like the pacing for this seems really weird, like how uninvolved Spawn is in his own show. But then again, you look back at the Spawn comics, pretty much how it is, isn't it? Like he's like, case of like people come along, he wants to be left alone. They get up in his grill. Greg Capullo draws some fucking beautiful artwork, and then it rolls on to the next episode. It's weird how little you needed when you were a stupid child to get you. It was like, yeah, but I'm still watching it. I'm still finding. I mean, I think if I'd come to the second series via the first 2 episodes, I probably wouldn't have stuck around with it. But coming to the second the 2 episodes, the episodes 2 and 3, I think I will stick around with it because I remember actually being quite a good episode. Hopefully, it will stand up to my memory and stuff. And yeah, but there are certain lines that Spawn delivers that have stuck with me for ages, and like, so I forget how humorous Al Simmons actually is when he's not being like, "Oh, leave me alone." Like when he's being like superhero menacing, he's actually proper menacing. It's just, it would be nice if he was a bit more proactive, and it would be nice if he was actually doing stuff as opposed to Cogliostro explaining to us what he should be doing, and he will be doing next season. Yeah. Speaking of stuff from my past that I was worried about, the new series of Frasier is quite good. I was kind of worried about how shit that was going to turn out, but no, that's pretty good. That gets my thumbs up. I mean, I've only seen the first few episodes of it, but like, it's holding up quite well indeed. Well, I think I filled enough space there to get me up to the 25-minute mark. I think. Yeah. So, plan for next week is on Monday. I'm not going to be doing anything on stream wise because essentially I'm at work and I don't have the time. Tuesday I think I'm having white goods delivered, so I might be able to. I'll probably stream some in the morning and maybe in the afternoon. Wednesday I'm getting carpet laid, so again might not be doing anything. So I think in theory on Thursday I'll be good to sit down and do some streams and stuff. Do a longer stream and everything, and then back for a Ramble chat on the old Friday, and hopefully by then, like, I'll have had a few more pages of of the 4th issue of Here Comes the Dragon Punch will be finished. I should start working on the cover. The Warhammer print, once I've sat on it and rested on it for a day, should be up and finished. I might stream on Sunday morning to get that done. Yeah, I might stream on Sunday morning, so maybe come around Sunday morning. Yeah. Say, comic book artist. I am available for jobs and stuff. My commissions are open. I have prints available at my Etsy store. I have comics available at my Etsy store. I have a Patreon account, which would be the sum of earthly bliss if you were to go along throw me a couple of coins that way, or subscribe to the Here Comes the Dragon Punch tier. That'd be quite nice. Click like and subscribe. Help me get up to the 100 views, 100 subscribers on the old YouTube, which I think we're over halfway there, and the 50 subscribers up on Twitch, which we're over halfway there on that one too. So I mean, this seems to be going quite well. If you let me know if you like the music I'm playing over the top of my streams. By the way, if you I think I've gone for more of a lo-fi kind of electronica kind of vibe. Because essentially the reason why I don't do this while talking to you is because I find talking at, there you go, I stumbled on my own fucking words, and so the draw and talk is kind of like so I figured I'd do one thing well at a time. So yeah. So I guess that is it for today. All that leaves me to say is I've been Markus Patton. You've been fantastic. Thank you for turning up. Thank you for those who will rock up. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.